Little Miss Scatterbrain by Roger Hargreaves. Little Miss Scatterbrain was just a little bit forgetful. You could say that again. Little Miss Scatterbrain was just a little bit forgetful. She met Mr. Funny. Hello, Miss Scatterbrain, he said. Hello, Mr. Bump, she replied. She met Mr. Tickle. Hello, Miss Scatterbrain, he said. Hello, Mr. Strong, she replied. She met Mr. Happy. Where are you off to? He asked her. She thought, I bet you've forgotten, haven't you? Laughed Mr. Happy. Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at him. Forgotten what? She said. Miss Scatterbrain lived in Littlewood at Buttercup Cottage. Everyone knew it was called Buttercup Cottage, except the owner. She kept forgetting. And I know, she thought to herself, tell me, River, I'll put up a sign. Look what the sign says. Daisy Cottage. She isn't called Little Miss Scatterbrain for nothing, is she? One winter's morning, she got up and went downstairs to make breakfast. She took some cornflakes out of a packet. Now, being such a scatterbrain, she forgot to put a bowl underneath. Now, where did I put the milk? She asked herself. It took her 10 minutes to find it. In the oven. After breakfast, she set off to town, shopping. She went to the bank first. Good morning, Miss Scatterbrain, smiled the bank manager. What can I do for you? Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at him. I'd like some money, suggested the bank manager. Sausages, replied Mrs. Scatterbrain. Sausages, exclaimed Mr. Scatterbrain. But this is the butcher. Yeah, sausages, exclaimed the bank manager. But this isn't the butcher's, it's the bank. Oh, silly me, laughed little Miss Scatterbrain. Of course it is. I was forgetting. She smiled. I sometimes do, you know. Really? Said the bank manager. I like 2, please, she said. Pounds? Asked the manager. Pounds? Agreed little Miss Scatterbrain. And the bank manager passed 2-pound coins at the counter. Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at him. What are these? She said. 2 pounds. He replied. 2 pounds? She said. They don't look like 2 pounds of sausage to me. Eventually, the bank manager managed to explain, and off went little Miss Scatterbrain to the butcher. Phew, remarked the bank manager. Little Miss Scatterbrain walked into the butcher shop. Good morning, said Percy Pork, the butcher. Good morning, Mr. Beef, she replied. Pork, said the butcher. No, she said, sausages. But my name isn't Sausages, he said. Of course it isn't, she replied. That's what I'm here for. Please. Oh, said Percy, scratching his head. What sort do you suggest? She asked. Beef, he said. I thought you said your name was Pork, she said. Percy Pork sighed to sigh. Call me Percy, he said. Eventually, after a little more confusion, little Miss Scatterbrain managed to buy her 2 pounds of beef sausages. Percy Pork wrapped them up for her. Looks like snow, he said conversationally, looking at a shop window. Really? Said little Miss Scatterbrain, looking at the brown paper parcel. What a funny man, she thought to herself. Looks like snow indeed. Looks like it wrapped up sausages to me. Goodbye, said Percy Pork. Good night, she replied, and not went to catch a bus home. Little Miss Scatterbrain stood behind Mr. Silly in the queue at the bus stop. Along came Mr. Nosy. He stood behind her in the queue. He looked up at the sky. Looks like snow, he remarked. Little Miss Scatterbrain looked at the brown paper parcel in her hand and said nothing. Puff! No boy, that barroom is cat. How could Miss Scatterbrain forget stuff? How can you never tell this thing? Your legs hurt. I can't sleep out my head. Oh. Think it's some egads. I like a piece. Ow. Oh my gosh. Ow. Sauce. You